Well, welcome back, everybody. This is it's a tough year. Um, I lost my oldest brother this past month. I guess 16th of August. Um, he was the owner of this Kenworth, this Nighthawk truck. He was this was a kid's toy, and I took it and put model parts on it and all. But he he really inspired me into modeling, and at a young age, he put model cars and trucks and stuff together, and I guess it got me into the modeling aspect. But railroading, I don't know, that just came because of my background. Our family, we had a couple engineers in our family, and I've always been fascinated with trains since I was a kid, more so me than my other brothers. But he was the one that lived in Tennessee with my younger brother, and my younger brother's still up there. But it's been a hard few months, and between Tom and then now Rusty, we called him Rusty, now passing, and it just makes the world really just more drab and emptier, I guess. But it's definitely affected me, my modeling. That's why I haven't posted anything. But I'm trying to do my all to do what I have to do, and keep going. You see a few more things up here I purchased. This is my Dairy Queen and my water tower. I've also purchased quite a few other things, and we'll get to all that. But the reason I haven't put any updates up is I had been working on a lot of this. The Dairy Queen, I like to fit my kits out. I don't like to have them emptied. I like to light them up and show them off. And if you can see inside here, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It'll have reader boards with light ups and the burgers and the ice cream and all that good stuff. Over here is going to be the drink machine, and then you got the register area. Below the what will be the menu boards. Then in the back will be the kitchen, up here where the drive-throughs at, and then on here on the side you have the restrooms, and then the tables, and you have some tables up here. This is a family table, and you have a small tables there, and then you have, I think, a two set booth there in the corner. But yeah, I built all the interior from scratch, but I had to lay a brick floor, which again is why I love them brick sheets, along with the, they come in really handy, because this wasn't nothing but a slab like it is out here. And so I laid the brick sheet down and kind of separated the floor, made it more red in the back where the kitchen's at, and then I darkened it more brown up in the front. But I still have more to go on that. I'm starting to, down here, if you look, if this thing will focus, I've got my entryway painted up, bricked up, the brick parts. If you look at the box, I like to go off the box as close as I can, and you can see how that's done. And over here, that's actually what I've done. But yeah, I've really been pretty busy. Before his death, I work on vehicles too. That's another trade of mine I like to do. And I bought this workbench, and I went ahead and installed this workbench underneath this section of the layout, so I could put all my automotive parts in there. I've got my air gun and my torque wrenches and all that stuff down there, and got some automotive parts over here because I had to replace my hubs on my truck, my bearing hub assemblies, and up here you see the serpentine belt I got to put on my truck. It needs a new one. It's factory, and It's now 13 years old, so everything I'm replacing on the truck is factory. But that's besides the point. This stuff has really been sitting out here for a little while. Well, since August. I stopped working the day I found out, and I really haven't done anything else. But I am trying to get the motivation to keep going. I'm decided to go ahead and name this town Russell. That is his middle name, and that's what I'm going to name it. Seems like my layout is becoming a memoriam. I hate that, but I think that's the best way I can honor them, is to name things after them and keep pushing on. So, yeah. But yeah, it's going to be Russell. It's going to be the town. And I bought this little truck here. I don't know why I did. It was a Matchbox, I believe. Put it out. It's a road, you know, work truck, but it looks so good, and it's almost the same size as my scale, you know, utility trucks and stuff. I went ahead and I purchased it. That's the first time I've bought a car, a Hot Wheel car or a Matchbox car, in God, I don't know, probably 30 years or more. But I liked it, and I'm going to do a little bit of work to this, and I think with a little bit of work I could pull it off for a model. So hey, you know, you just get with stuff where you can get it. We always did stuff like that. But anywho, I will go back over and I'll show you what I have gotten. The last time I had gotten a bunch of stuff, I got these little Scene Masters, this Quiet Crossing markers, black and yellow. Kit markers. They're already painted. They're made up. I just gotta plop them in the little bases there and glue them to the pole, and that's what's gonna bury at the railroad crossing here, where I've got all that striping down, which will not be there. I'm gonna have my barriers up here, and I'm gonna use them for a few other places as well. But I like the, you know, they had a good price on them. I went ahead and picked them up, and they really look good, and I've already checked them out. I also went ahead and got, I think this was back in July, I think. It was right after the last update, I think. I got this tank car oil loading platform. I was gonna get two, and I probably will, maybe eventually, I'm not sure, but I want to see what I can do, how much track and how much space I actually have back here to work with before I go purchasing a bunch of stuff that I'm not going to have room for. And then of course I've got the modern water tower. I haven't yet worked on this at all, and nothing with this. And then the Dairy Queen I was working on. The other kit that I got was this tank. I'm sorry about this brick. Anyway, this tanker truck loading rack. And as you can see, I still got some more to go. But I took a break from it, and I moved on to the Dairy Queen so I wouldn't get bored. And as you can see, if I can get it, I'm going to pull it over here where you can see it. But I really took time, and I really took my time on this because I'm going to light all this up eventually. I'm going to give you the height view of it. You can see how I rusted the deck and put a little bit of it'll focus. Put a little bit of silver, but just more rust than I did silver. And then I put some yellow lines there where all the rails go. I still got to put them on there. And then down here, of course, I've built all these oil pumps and stuff and tanks. And then on this side as well. And then I've weathered the road, painted it up. And I'm going to run some lights in this. And so you can see it later when I get it all done. Of course, all my buildings, as you know, are lit. I don't know. I like night operations if I can ever get there. and eventually that's what it'll be. But I have got back here, if you see, I've got some switches here already down, and that's what was my track. I'm waiting on it now, and it's supposed to be coming in, but as you can see, I've gotten the rest of my cork laid back here, and now it's ready to go. I've also got my backdrop coming in, so we're gonna see if I can get something up maybe in a month or two. Depends on how much work I can pull off and do. I just really don't have it in me. The only reason I'm out here right now is because I was like, you know, I gotta give them an update. I know there's no rush, and I don't really know how many people watch my channel. It don't really matter, but I like to share and enjoy my hobby. This is what I do when I don't work, besides work on my truck, and this is how I can tie into the world and keep going. But yeah, my Dairy Queen is coming along, and it will also be lit up, of course. And I've got parts over here. I got all the windows. I've got all the doors and all that good stuff. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to come back out here. I also bought this little thing too. And it's a helping hands. It's a magnifying with clips on the ends of it. You could do it for soldering, you could use it for working on locomotives or anything, rolling stock. So it's a pretty good little thing to have. But yeah, tonight was the first time I was trying to run a train, because I haven't done anything out here since the 16th of August. Everything's just been sitting here, and so I come out here and cranked up everything and turned the lights on, ran a train for a few minutes, and then I decided just to do a video. And I don't know how well it'll be, but I'm doing my best. So other than that, yeah, I am working on these. I'm going to replace these pillars with these real plastic ones. I also have a bunch of them back here on the wall, but I'm also doing that. Of course, my bridge, I got to finish it too and get it lit up. But right now, I'm more focused on the layout itself, the tracks, and getting the buildings, getting the refineries, the what do you call it, the industries done, because I love to switch and more operation, and it's more than just running a train around a circle for me. You know, I like to swap and switch out. And in fact, Growers here is empty. Because the last time I was out here, right before I found out he died, I was running trains while I was working on my buildings, and actually my switcher over here, my 5975, all these cars were just pulled from this from that industry. So I was running them out and going to swap those out with a few from over here, and I just never got a chance to. I shut it down for that night, was going to do it the next day, and then I found all that out, and that killed it. So yeah, so really I haven't been out here again, I know. But anyway, so yeah, progress is being made, even though it hasn't been made in the last couple of weeks. It was being made. I just want to let everybody know that. I've got ideas for this tower. I'm going to wind up building it up a little bit higher than what it really is. I don't want it too high, but I'm going to build up a little bit higher, because I want the, when I do the parking lot for the Dairy Queen, there's going to be some, like a brick wall barrier that kind of holds back, a retaining wall that holds back the dirt, and I want to kind of separate that tower with height, you know, away from this, because this pretty much starts well, not really starts the town, but starts the actual visual, physical part of the town, because really it's supposed to go on beyond that railroad crossing, but and actually further down that way, but I haven't got that far. So yeah, just to let you know, the town was or has been starting to being built and worked on. So maybe I'll get some motivation in a few weeks, and I'll come out here and start tinkering and get all this stuff done. I want to light the top of the water tower up with a red light. I want to also put some lights coming out the bottom, flashing upwards towards the name of Russell, and so you can see the name at night, and of course the lights for the Dairy Queen and all the other kits I will buy. But I'm also focusing on this as well, because I want lights on my oil tanker unloading ramp, and I also want oil lights on this truck oil deal, which I gotta buy me some trucks. I've got to get me a couple of tanker trucks, and it's probably going to be some kind of shell transfer, maybe facility or refinery or something. I don't know yet. We'll just see how that goes. But yeah, for now I won't keep dragging this on, so I'll just go ahead and say this will be the update, I guess, for September, because today, believe it or not, is September. I can't believe it. I don't even know what day it is. I think it's the 2nd or the 1st. Might be the 1st. I think it is the 1st. Yeah, because this is Labor Day weekend. So, alright. So anyway, I'll let everybody go, and thank you for watching, and I'm Gary Nugent, and like I said, feel free to subscribe, like, or whatever, and leave your comments and suggestions, and maybe that'll give me some motivation as well. But hopefully I'll see y'all next month. Till then, enjoy running trains.